Have you ever noticed how heavy a single thought can become? Not at first, of course. At first, it is just a flickering memory of a conversation that went wrong or a nagging worry about a deadline. But as the hours pass, that small thought begins to take up space. It develops a weight. By the time you are trying to fall asleep, it feels less like a thought and more like a physical burden resting on your chest. We carry these invisible weights everywhere. We carry them to work, into our relationships, even into our rare moments of rest. We tell ourselves we are working through it, but in reality, we are simply refusing to put it down. Consider what it feels like to hold a glass of water. It is light and effortless. But if you were to hold that same glass with your arm outstretched for an hour, your muscles would begin to ache. If you held it all day, your arm would feel paralyzed. The weight of the glass hasn't changed, but the longer you hold it, the heavier it feels to you. Modern life asks us to hold too many glasses for too long. We hold on to old versions of ourselves, onto grudges that have lost their fire, and onto anxieties about a future that hasn't even happened yet. What if the secret to the peace you're looking for isn't in solving these problems, but simply in the art of letting go? Imagine a man named Julian. His days were a blur of notifications and the constant low-level hum of not being enough. One Saturday, driven by a desperate need for silence, Julian drove until the city's skyscrapers faded into rolling hills. He stopped at a path that led toward a wide, ancient river. He carried a heavy leather backpack filled with his laptop, chargers, and the lingering stress of a Friday afternoon argument. As he walked, the straps dug into his shoulders. He reached a wooden bench overlooking the water where an older stranger sat, just watching the current. Julian sat down, his breath coming in short bursts. He didn't take off his backpack. He just sat there, clutching the straps. The stranger didn't turn to look at him, but spoke softly. "That looks like a very important bag," the stranger said. Julian felt a defensive spark. "It has everything I need," he replied. "My work, my plans, my life is in here." The stranger nodded slowly. "I see. But tell me, are you carrying the bag or is the bag carrying you?" Julian went to answer, but the words caught in his throat. He looked at the river. The water was moving steadily, carrying fallen leaves and twigs. The river didn't struggle to move these things. It simply allowed the current to take them. "When a tree grows too many leaves," the stranger continued, "it doesn't try to hold on to them when autumn arrives. If it did, the weight of the snow in winter would break its branches. The tree survives because it knows how to let go of what was once beautiful, but is now a burden." Julian looked down at his white knuckles, still gripping the straps. He realized his shoulders were hunched up near his ears. He was exhausted, not from the walk, but from the constant internal grip he maintained on every aspect of his life. Take a breath now, right where you are. Notice your own shoulders. Are they tense? Notice your jaw. Is it clenched? We often hold tension in our bodies as a physical manifestation of the things we refuse to release. Like Julian, we are afraid that if we let go, we will lose our momentum or our safety. But notice the river again. It doesn't lose its essence by letting the leaves float away. It is only a river because it allows things to pass through it. Julian slowly unbuckled the strap of his bag. He felt a strange pang of anxiety as the weight shifted. He set the bag down on the wooden bench. He stayed there for a long time, watching the water, He noticed the sound of the wind in the reeds, a sound he hadn't heard until he stopped focusing on the weight on his back. Letting go isn't about forgetting or weakness. It is the realization that some things are no longer serving you. Think of a hot coal. If you hold it, hoping to throw it at someone who hurt you, you are the only one who gets burned. The moment you open your hand and let it drop, the healing begins. As you move through the rest of your day, ask yourself, what am I holding that is already over? What would happen if I just opened my hand? You don't have to solve it all today. You just have to realize that you are allowed to put the bag down. The river will keep flowing, and you will finally be light enough to move with it. Peace is not the absence of the past, but the freedom from its grip. Listen to your own breath. And when you are ready, simply let the next moment arrive as fresh and unburdened as the last.